I'm trying to think of, are we on dramas yet?
Oh, sure. We can go there. We can go whatever you'd like to do, sir.
Yeah, hit some dramas up.
I've got a couple. I've got one, and I've got an honorable mention.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is the kind of drama that we're talking about, but this is kind of suspense drama stuff. So we'll see if this is what you're thinking. My first one would be Gone Girl. I really like that movie. But
Crazy movie, yeah.
My number one is Prisoners. Had Hugh Jackman.
Yes.
Where his daughter, 6-year-old daughter, gets stolen.
Yeah.
And he takes the guy that he thinks does it, and he's like torturing him. And Jake Gyllenhaal, I believe, is the detective.
Yeah.
And the ending of that, and you're like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah. I really, really dug that movie. And everyone I recommend that movie to, because everybody like will ask me, you know, and I'm like, oh, you should check that out. And they're like, come back, they're like, that was fucking amazing. And I'm like, I know.
Yeah, I mean, that's what, I don't know. It was just a badass movie, yeah. I forgot about that movie. I really did.
It's a great movie.
Yeah. Paul Dano.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who else is in it. Yeah. Yeah. Drama-wise, I mean, besides Mother, which is a weird
Mother, tell your children not to walk my way.
I would say Drive.
Okay.
Drive is like my number 4 out of the entire decade.
Okay.
I love Drive. I think the best director of the entire last 10 years was Nicholas Winding Refn anyway.
Yeah.
Even though some of his stuff is like
awkward.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
But I think he's a fucking powerhouse. I think with the right script, if he was directing somebody else's script, I think he would fucking murder it. You know what I mean? I think he'd do a really, really good one.
Did you see no, sorry, it just escaped me. Would you consider The Social Network a drama?
Yeah.
I like that movie.
I never watched it.
It was good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not necessarily all factual, but it was good.
Yeah, I never really watched it too much. I mean, yeah. As far as like dramas go, Jesus Christ, somebody just buzzing.
Mm-hmm.
Another comedy I didn't mention was Super Troopers 2.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Danny DeVito.
Well,
not Danny DeVito, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, Danny DeVito. Well, you know what? I'm just going to hit with my number 1 so we can kind of end this because we could talk about all these movies all night long. Do you have any more before?
Well, I'm just going to hit on these. There's 3 movies. They're all by the same director, and I loved all of them. And I may be missing one, actually, but Django Unchained.
Yep.
The Hateful Eight.
Yep.
And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yep.
And I loved all 3 of them.
Yep. They were all great movies.
Yep. And on while we were still on drama, Black Swan.
I never watched it.
It's a fucking head trip.
I need to watch it. I really, really, really do. Last honorable mention for me is Exit Through the Gift Shop, which was really cool. The documentary about the guy that followed Banksy around for a long time was a fucking cool movie. But my number 1 movie out of all the last 10 years is 100% Mandy. I think it was
a good movie.
Fucking extremely cool, extremely weird, just badass, you know? I just really can't say enough about it. I think that, again, with that guy right there doing so much, he's, I don't know. I don't know where they're going to go with anything that he does. It's just so fucking trippy. In that movie,
you're talking about the director, or
yes,
yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah. No, Nicolas Cage.
Well, Nicolas Cage is about to play Nicolas Cage trying to get in a Quentin Tarantino movie.
That's going to be pretty awesome.
I'm pretty excited about that.
That's my number 1 movie and that one, I have to save myself from it. Like I don't watch it that much. You know, I kind of hold on to it just so I can enjoy it every single time. You know, not like whenever I was a kid, if I didn't watch Pulp Fiction in 1 week, I'd be like jonesing.
Well, you could, you had to lay off a week and do Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
So that you could come back and have the Pulp Fiction, hit you a little bit harder.
Yeah. Kind of get you a little bit more. What was your number 1 movie?
I didn't really put together a top list like that. I just kind of went through the deal there. But man, if I had to choose, honestly, just for cinematography and the way it was all put together, it may very well be Mad Max.
Yep.
Fury Road. I was trying to. I tried to put something above it, and every time I was like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that the character is strong. The entire movie is a chase.
And all the characters were strong. That's what was really cool. Like, even
bringing back one of the original dudes, in the movie is crazy. But Hughes, I mean, Keys, Burns.
I think it's hard for me to pick a top one, just because there's so many different directions to go throughout the decade.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the superhero movies, obviously. There's a lot to choose from, I like action movies. There's a lot of those to choose from, but a lot of those kind of blend into either the sci-fi or the superhero, which superhero is kind of sci-fi in and of itself.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, everything melds. Like, a lot of my friends were like, oh man, The Revenant was the best movie. And I'm like, no. It was cool cinematography.
It was good,
but it wasn't great.
Not my favorite.
No.
Mandy blew my mind.
Mandy was good.
That's all I got to say is Mandy blew my mind, and it changed the way that I want to see movies again. It was so surprising that I really grasped onto it as much as I have, and that's all I do is talk about how good that movie is.
But it was a good movie. It was a good movie.
It was so weird, and Nicolas Cage, is he the greatest actor of all time? Probably.
Some movies we didn't mention that I do want to mention just because I really loved them, was the Creed movies.
The Creed?
Creed. Rocky.
Oh,
Creed.
Those were good.
Those are really good.
Yes, those were good.
Done well.
Yeah. Rambo came back.
Grambo.
Yeah.
Grandpa, get you home alone.
Grandpa Rambo, yeah.
Grandpa Rambo's home alone. And the Mexican cartels are coming for Christmas.
It's like, I got an arrow for you. 5-1.
Like those odds.
Yeah, this last decade, I did not think about this last decade until the last couple of days of it.
Yeah, I know. Same here. 100%.
Just didn't. Just kind of like.
Well, this was kind of an impromptu podcast altogether.
Yeah.
I think it was like Wednesday or something. I'm like, hey, you know what we should do?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, that sounds great.
And now that you've listened to us go through probably 2.5 hours, we could probably talk for longer about all these movies. Just because I think 2018 was the best year for movies, too.
We're not even at 2 hours, sir.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we did a good job of burning through those and not really talking about them.
Yeah.
Great podcast.
yeah. We're not at 2 hours yet. Yes.
We're lists today. What do you like? Lists. And I would say, and I think originally when I did this, because I told you that I had Mad Max as my number 2, I think Scott Pilgrim was my number 1. I just absolutely love that movie. And that's a movie I can just put on any time and I'm going to laugh.
Every time.
Yep.
That was a yawn.
Oh, this guy's getting tired.
I'm tuckered out like a little tiger.
It's because we're recording at a different time than we normally do.
Yeah, we're actually recording on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Mitch is gone. Tyson's gone. And it's just me and Dan.
Yeah, just talking about movies and stuff.
Talking about movies. That's what we do on this podcast.
That's
the
right.
Drop Culture Podcast. Which, we could do... I've been wanting to do a podcast on Mandy forever, but we're not going to for a while.
No, I think, I definitely think that. I think that, like I said, some of those movies where the endings are left kind of up to you.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great, some of the great stuff like you mentioned.
Yeah.
Birdman,
Yeah. What the fuck?
What the fuck just happened to me?
Who the fuck is Birdman? Is this the guy Harvey Birdman?
Hey, you don't bring the attorney at law into this.
Yeah, television, everything. I mean, this is a weird decade because it was my 30s. So
that was a good decade, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, anyways, it's like a lot of the stuff that, like, I'm like, they're making stuff that I want them to make for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Especially the comic book movies, really killing
comic book movies, bringing back a Mad Max. We got some Quentin Tarantino movies in there, which are quite a few, and I was super excited about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, just Just a ton of stuff. And honestly, like we talked about with television, between the movies, between TV, and everything else, there's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot to consume.
Really thinking about that, even if I were to go back to the 2000s and do a list like this or do a podcast like this, I'm thinking, damn, I'm really going to only mention like 2 or 3 things because this is the most freshest,
Well,
But
sure.
looking at these 10 years, I was like, damn, there's a lot of good stuff that came out.
A lot of good stuff.
A lot of good stuff. And I think we're really kind of, I hope movies are taking a turn because I still want to see cheesy, shitty movies.
Oh,
all
of
the
course,
time.
100%.
And people are putting out quality on paid television services like Scorsese's latest movie.
Oh, right.
The
Irishman.
The Irishman.
Irishman.
I made it a point. I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit through this movie. And I did it.
Yeah?
I went all the way through. I did stop and kind of walked around for a minute. But
Stretched
I
your legs.
literally finished it in the same night.
Okay.
There was like a 15-minute gap right there. But yeah, Scorsese's still putting out movies. That could be one of his lasts. You never know. I mean, this could be one of Tarantino's last. There's a lot of people that we grew up with that, hell, George Romero died on my birthday.
Wow.
2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. There's a lot of people that are kind of on their way out. Carpenter hasn't made a lot of movies. He's been a big producer on things.
Right.
He's been going on tour with his band. Carpenter, I'd like to see come back.
I think
in the
he's just
capacity.
happy with what he's doing, though.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him a bit.
No, not at all. He's a legend.
Producer, you get way less of the stress than you do as a director.
Yeah.
He gets to take some time and go hang out and tour with his band.
Yeah. Play Beatle bass.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, the dude's badass. I mean, we've seen a lot of actors and really transition from the movies into television and now back into movies again too.
100%.
The last 20 years really have been all about that transition into television, and television is making a difference again where actors are wanting to be in there. Television is no longer a dead zone for movie actors.
Well, and like you said, now making that leap back onto the movies, look like David Harbour.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah.
What was he in before Stranger Things?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah. And now
he's done
everything.
Yeah, everything. He's in the new Black Widow movie.
Yeah.
He was Hellboy.
Yeah.
I'm like, and again, I like him.
Yeah.
So I'm not hating. I'm just saying that it gives you that ability to bounce back and forth between projects.
Right.
And people aren't like, oh, he's doing TV now.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's doing television shows.
Yeah.
On the small screen.
He's fucking Ted Danson over here. No, they used to jump from the small screen to the big screen, and then it reversed, and
It seemed like for a long time, though, if you made that jump from the big screen to small screen, that was kind of the kiss
yeah.
of bye-bye.
But look at Woody Harrelson. Started on Cheers.
But he started there.
Yeah, he
That's what I'm
started
saying.
there.
You
Yeah,
can
he
make the
moved,
jump to that.
Yeah,
but
you
for
could
you
do
to
it.
make movies and then go to TV, it was kind of like, oh, that's kind of the end of your career. Or,
Yeah.
or you're waiting for 20 years for that big resurgence.
Yeah. You're
and it's
no
not
John
that way-
Travolta.
And it's not that way anymore, which is perfect.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Kata.
Yeah.
Mr. Cartier.
Mr. Cartier.
Yo,
Yeah.
give me drugs.
Yeah, I hope horror comes back, and I hope cheesy horror comes
Well, I
back.
think horror came back pretty hardcore.
The last 2 years.
The last couple years. Maybe the last 4 or 5, really, I guess. 3 or 4, something like that. At any rate.
That's why there's so many classic horror podcasts.
There really are.
There really is a lot.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah. Listen to them all. Well, yeah.
But I hope that continues. And one thing we didn't mention, and I'll mention this real quick, is the overlap between, which we kind of mentioned. Like, superheroes are kind of sci-fi, or which are, fantasy. Well, however you want to break that down. But I thought like Brightburn did a really good job of making horror superhero movie.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
Changing up the genre a little bit.
Absolutely.
And having that part of it, which was really cool. It was a different movie. I did like it.
But I mean, it's not like we haven't had horror superheroes before. We had Blade.
Yeah.
Which
is about to come back too with Marshala Ali.
Yes.
He said 5 lines in that fucking movie that he won an Oscar for. What was that? Moonlight?
Oh, yeah.
He literally had like 3 sentences.
Really?
And he had like less than 3 minutes worth of
I don't
screen
think I've
time on
seen
the whole
that.
fucking movie.
Of course, I loved him in Luke Cage.
Yeah.
He was awesome as
yeah. His career.
Cottonmouth.
Yeah, there's a lot of good careers that started in this last decade too. So